Today I'm talking to you about Kwame Alexander's book, The Crossover. This is an interesting book. It's one of those books that are called novels in verse, which means that each page is written in verse, not in just like sentences. One of the cool things about novels in verse is they read really, really fast. Good things about novels in verse is you're able to convey a lot of like really interesting things in a very small amount of words, and they're really awesome. So Kwame Alexander's main character is named Josh Bell. He does not go by the name Josh, though. He goes by the name Filthy McNasty, and you will find out why in a second. But anyways, Filthy is super into basketball. He has a twin brother whose name is Jordan, and both of them are really good, but Filthy is even better. He's one of like the stars of the team. So they have a dad who was like a former NBA player, very famous, but he had to stop. And basketball is just a thing that runs in like their whole family. It's like the thing that they do together to bond. Like whenever any of them's having a hard time, they just go out to their backyard and just shoot some hoops and like have a chance to talk to each other. So it's this huge role. Now, Filthy's twin brother Jordan ends up talking to this girl and gets this girlfriend, and all of a sudden he doesn't have time for Filthy anymore. And of course it like creates all this tension between the two brothers. So there's all this stuff going on, and then there's also problems that are coming over from their home onto the basketball court. So they're getting into trouble at school and all that because of it. Filthy's a really fun character to read, and he's super fun. And then the novel in verse part of it is really cool. Like sometimes the verse rhymes, like a more traditional poem that you'd think of, and a lot of times it doesn't rhyme. But there's always like this rhythm to it. So I'm going to read you the part where Filthy McNasty explains how he feels about his nickname. At first I didn't like the name because so many kids made fun of me on the school bus, at lunch, in the bathroom. Even Mom had jokes. "Fits you perfectly, Josh," she said. "You never clean your closet, and that bed of yours is always filled with cookie crumbs and candy wrappers. It's just plain nasty, son." But as I got older and started getting game, the name took on a new meaning. And even though I wasn't into all that jazz, every time I score, rebound, or steal a ball, Dad would jump up smiling and screaming, "That's my boy out there! Keep it funky, Filthy!" And that made me feel real good about my nickname. I think you'll enjoy reading about Filthy. This is a great story, especially if you're into basketball, if that's a part of your life or something you want to learn or explore more about and have characters who are into it. Give it a shot. And I'm not going to give anything away, but the story takes a twist at the end that I definitely was not expecting. So it's definitely worth reading. Read Kwame Alexander's The Crossover.